went down there to do a little bit of testing, kind of preseason testing. Since Daytona is our first event, we wanted to try to get a little bit of a jump on the season, do a little bit of testing that we never got to do last year, which primarily was doing some brake development testing to find out really what works with the car. It's been the weakness of the car, so that's the main thing we focused on down there. We changed up our friction material, and it was a significant improvement. I was doing some of the driving and noticed I was able to go significantly deeper in the brakes. The car was far more stable and just more confidence inspiring, which is really what you need in a race car, especially at Daytona. So now that we're back, the 59 car hasn't been apart for quite some time, so that car is going to get completely torn down to nothing, back to a bare shell, and engine's going back to Roush Yates, transmission will get rebuilt, rear end's getting rebuilt and updated, freshening a lot of the parts in that car, and just kind of going through and rebuilding the car, making it fresh again. And 60 car hasn't been run too much, so we're just sending that engine back to Roush Yates just for a small update to the engine, and then we're just going to re-prep that car and get ready for Daytona. So once we get the engines back and cars are fully prepped, we'll take the cars down to Roush, put them on the Hontra alignment rack. It's a nice opportunity to get them on an alignment rack with very high tolerances and really be able to check everything in the car. One of the main things we check is making sure that our front and rear subframes are square in the car. It's very critical in a race car, especially at Daytona with the high speeds. Really focus on high speed stability with the car. So being able to get the cars down to Roush and have them on a proper alignment machine instead of just our setup scales and alignment strings is a real benefit to us. We at least know where we started, and we're not so much concerned about exactly what the numbers are, but we're concerned about where we've gone from where we started to where we went, and understand, you know, the delta for the changes that we've made in any of the alignment specs. Expectations for next year are very high, and they always are. You know, we always expect to perform at our best and be at the front end of the field. You know, 2017 was I'll say a disappointing year just because of the issues that we had with the new car. But we ended the season strong. We won the VP Fuels Front Runner Award, which means we scored the most points for the second half of the season. So, you know, we just showed up at the party late. At least we've got momentum on our side for next year, for 2018. We've got a great driver lineup for next year, so we really expect to be at the front. We're putting a lot more effort into the program this year. There's more funding for next year, and so we've got some better talent next year, and we're going to just step up the game, and we expect to be on the podium every weekend.